Hello everyone, my name's Idiotic Synergy, and this one might be my quickest video yet, because the Warp Grinder, it's Skaven, but with a drill. That's it. It doesn't really hold any nostalgic value to me, because I liked the Beer Barrel Flamethrower of Death. But the Warp Grinder, it's two rats with a drill. And it's quite an old model. In fact, is it resin? Nope, of course not. It's metal. Oh, I really hate this sometimes because Skaven need an update, and I didn't know how badly Skaven need an update until looking into Age of Sigmar rules and models and saying, holy hell, they need a bunch of updates. Why haven't they updated Skaven? I don't know. Because, Skaven are really cool, and I'll fight you if you disagree. I think Skaven are probably the coolest army in Age of Sigmar. Well, one of the coolest, because you have Orgor Moor tribes, Squigs. I know Goomspike Gits is an army, but I just see them as Squigs. And Stormcast Eternals. I think Stormcast Eternals are pretty neat. Despite the fact that no one likes them, and I think they're neat, just because they look cool, and I think that's fine. I think it's fine to like something if you think it looks cool. Though, to be fair, seeing Space Marines in a fantasy setting, because that's what they are, I don't know. Lore-wise, I'm not too sure about them, but from like a perspective of models, yeah, I like them. I think they look cool. Anyway, Warp Grinder. I can't say anything. I mean, I like the drill. The drill looks really cool. I like the fact that it's like some... I assume that's like a big pointy rock, but could be some warp magic. We don't know. And yeah, let's see what they do in game. This probably might be my quickest video yet, but saying that probably isn't. I I do like the little goggles they have. I think that saves the model. It does. Like, look at the little goggles. But my god, it's old and metal. It's so sad. But little goggles, little goggles. Anyway, let's not dwell on the little goggles and let's get into the rules. I can't imagine it having like a ton of rules, if I'm being honest. So, the Warp Grinder, and there really isn't a lot to say. Moves, the moving is a 6, which is surprising considering they're wielding that massive grinder. Save is a 6, which is quite nice. Bravery 4, it should be a higher bravery for even wielding this thing, but you know, that's just me. And 3 wounds, it's unit size of 1.60, and that's it. There is nothing more I can say. Warp Grinder, the melee weapon, it's surprisingly quite lackluster, I think, in my opinion. There's not a lot here I can say or interests me. It's only range 1 inch. Attacks D6. You're hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, rending 2, damage 2. There really isn't a lot to say. I mean, D6 attacks, that's either that's minimum 1, maximum 6. Hitting on 3s and wounding on 3s is very nice. Rending 2 or -2 is very good, and damage 2 is very good. But other than that, it's a massive drill, and weirdly enough, it feels kind of lackluster, in my opinion. But that could just be me. And its ability, Tunnel Skulkers. This is their only ability. During deployment, instead of setting up this unit on the battlefield, you can place it to one side and say I can't talk, and say that it is set up tunneling as a reserve unit. If you do, when you would set up another friendly Skaven unit that is not a monster or war machine, during deployment, you can say that it will join this unit tunneling as a reserve unit. One unit can join this unit in this way. Until the end of your movement phase, you can set this unit... You can set this unit on the battlefield more than 9 inches away from all enemy units. Then, if a friendly Skaven unit joined this battle in reserve, set up that unit on the battlefield, wholly within 13 inches of this unit and more than 9 inches from all enemy units. Okay. Right, so... War Machine. So, that's a War Machine. Skaven. I just want to see Skaven. That's a lot of shit you can bring. That really is. That is a lot of shit you can bring. But there is nothing stopping you from saying that, oh yeah, the Warp Thrower is going to join us. And then just... that would be really weird. That would be weirdly powerful. In my opinion, that would be weirdly quite interesting to see. I mean, you can also set up rat ogres unless it's a monster. No, these are the monsters, and yeah, the Hell Pit Abomination that's it, but everything else is a behemoth, so yeah, you can really set up some interesting ambushes. I really like the idea of having, maybe this is saved. Okay, maybe this is saved. Because you can set up a warp fire thrower, and that would be brutal. You set up one of these, and then that's it, you just burn everything to the ground. Oh, mate, all the mortal wounds coming your way. Oh, if you had 3 of these things, and then 3 warp fire throwers, that would be brutal. That would be really brutal, but really silly. You can bring plague monks, which I still need to make a video about. You can bring all manner of weird shit with you. And yeah, there is nothing stopping you. Yeah, that combination of warp fire thrower with warp grinder might be surprisingly decent. I like the idea of that. I'm not saying you should, I'm saying you should, if I'm being honest. You want to ambush somebody with a warp fire thrower, this is a way to do it, son. You bring this fucker along, you go underground, you pop up and burn everyone to death. Oh, I love this thing. That is probably the one useful thing it does, which is allow for some stupid shenanigans. You can ambush people with a flamethrower like it was Vietnam. I endorse this. I really endorse this. I highly endorse this. Bring 3 of these along. Bring 3 warp fire throwers. Boom! Just burn everything alive. There is nothing stopping you. Become God and burn everything to the ground. Embrace your inner redemptionist and go forth. Burn it all. That's amazing. There is nothing stopping you from bringing a weapons team. There is nothing stopping you saying that, oh no, you can't do that. No, bring a weapon team, bring warp fire throwers, and just burn. Burn it all. And any survivors, you get these fuckers to charge in and see what happens. I really wish the range was better though, because it seems weird that it's only range 1. But if there's any survivors and you're 9 inches away, you might as well attempt to charge. You might as well. Mate, you could just burn everything to the ground, and there's nothing stopping you. You've got like a big old unit of 10, pop out of the ground, set them all on fire, and then charge in. That is the perfect way to use these. Combo them. Unfortunately, they're metal. They are old metal models, and I do miss my Skaven. It's so sad. I miss my old Skaven a lot. But fuck Games Workshop for not giving me proper plastic Skaven. I would do anything for just plastic warp fire throwers. I want to relive the moments where I was happy. And I was happy when I was setting things on fire. Oh dear. Yeah, embrace your inner redemptionist and just purge it all. Yeah, that's how you should play it. warp grinder meets warp flamethrower and just win. I don't care if it's not practical. You can just burn it all to the ground, son. Burn it all. It's the best thing ever. Right, I've been Idiotic Synergy, and I'll see you next time. Remember, take care, stay safe, and look after each other. Bye for now. And as you can probably tell, I am soon starting a Redemptionist gang for Necromunda. Woo! Redemptionists. All the flamethrowers and all the Juves. You can have a lot of Juves in your gang, and I want to make a video about my idea, but not yet. Not yet, because it's not finalised and I haven't got the bits, but I really want to make a Necromunda video addressing my gang, because I think it'd be really cool. Or I might write a story about them. I'm going to write a story. Anyway, see you later. Sorry, you don't need to listen to me ramble.